How cool is that car, man? This is a rare opportunity to get one of these cars on YouTube. Now, through some people's eyes, this is a bloody old banger, and it was going to be my banger of the week, right? But it ain't the banger of the week for me. This is my favourite purchase of the week, without a doubt. This is a seriously cool car. It's a 6-litre W12 long wheelbase Audi A8. Wow, this is such a cool car, man. They don't make them like this anymore, do they? So obviously it's an Audi A8 W12 6-litre engine. It's essentially two V6 engines under the bonnet. It produces 444 brake horsepower. The car weighs 2 tons. This is a long wheelbase car. You can see by the length of the rear doors there, which is essentially all you get with a long wheelbase car. You just get more leg room in the rear of the car, and I'll show you that in a sec. And in this video, we're going to do the usual stuff. We're going to take you for a little walk around it. I want to tell you how excited I am about this car, the things I'm excited about it, highlight some of the character that it's got. We're then going to jump in it. I'm going to talk to you about the optional extras that this car has got. So it's got a good few of them as well. And then we're going to go out for a little drive in it, see how it drives, and do draggy times in it later on in the video, all right? So straight away, these wheels. I used to love these wheels. I had an Audi A3 years ago, and I bought a replica set of these wheels for my Audi A3. It was only like a 1.6 car. I think it's like an S-Reg, 1998, 99, that sort of age. But I remember I bought these identical wheels for that car because I absolutely love them. They're 19-inch and they just make the car look so good. And whilst we're on the subject of looks, I am a fan of this era of Audi A8. I think they look so cool. It reminds me of the film Transporter with Jason Statham. That was a legendary film, and that particular scene in that film was a legendary scene as well. So for a petrol head, this type of car, this type of video is definitely something that is well needed, because this type of thing is fading out. They're just not, they're no longer. The engine under the bonnet of this, they pretty much only put them, what do they put them in? The Bentleys. There's a Bentley engine, but the main difference between this engine and the Bentley engine is this has got no turbos. The Bentley engine is a twin turbo, and a Bentley will produce a good 100 horsepower more over this car. But for a naturally aspirated engine, 444 brake horsepower isn't bad at all. Now, I've literally just bought this car and the customer said the roof leaks, so he's put this film over the top, which makes the car look like an absolute shed. I'm a bit annoyed about that. Definitely need to get that sorted, but we've just given it a quick clean and it is looking good. You know, I love, like, obviously I've got my M5, I love a big fat luxury car with a big engine under the bonnet. That is what I daily drive, that M5. I love that car, and this kind of represents a similar type of car, but obviously a lot older. And the A8 was the one up, I suppose, from the Audi A6, which would have been the competitor to the 5 Series back in these days. So the A8 is the big daddy car in the Audi range, whereas the I suppose the 7 Series or the 8 Series is the big daddy in the BMW range. But let's hop in on the inside. This car is completely keyless. Don't know if this is an optional extra, but we will conclude that in a sec when we look at the option list. So you just walk up to it with the key in your pocket. It's one of the old style keys, by the way. Let me just get that out of my pocket. 1 second. One of them old style keys, and you wander up to it, completely keyless. In you go. Got these super comfortable seats with a crazy amount of functions on the seats. Like, you've got all sorts of adjustments there. You can up and down, left and right, and do whatever the bloody hell you want to do. I'll have a little play around with that when I jump in it in a sec. It's got this sort of mock plastic wood dash trim, which I don't actually like, but it's very in keeping with the era of car, the age of car that it is. It's got a twin centre armrest there. I don't know why it would need to be twin split, but it is. It looks quite cool. 6-speed ZF automatic gearbox. This car's done 140,000 miles, by the way. Should we start it now? We'll save the start for a sec. In fact, let's just throw the camera up in the window and continue talking about what else this car's got. Before we do that, let me quickly show you the amount of leg room that's in the back of this car. Look at the size of them doors, man. Now, obviously, it was designed to be a chauffeur car, yeah? So the multi-millionaire sat in the back of the car, chilling, reading his Evening Times or whatever he's doing. Is it called Evening Times? I ain't got a clue. I'm not clever enough to read that sort of newspaper. I'm just sat here in the back with my size 14, £38 Reebok Classics, but I am sat in pure comfort. And that driver's seat, by the way, is set up for me to sit in, which I'm like 6'2" ish, and yeah, I've still got plenty of leg room in the back here. Nice little centre armrest, and we've got heated seats. So yeah, seriously impressive. This is such a cool car, man. Love it, love it. Right, it's, yeah, engine start and stop button. So let's have a little listen. It's quite peaceful, isn't it? It's quite peaceful, but petrol light, shock. Let's turn that radio down, give it a little rev. Just brilliant how some manufacturers just went mad on certain cars. It was always, or usually, the top end cars, like I said, like the Audi A8, the BMW 8 Series, or the S-Class in the Mercedes range. And this engine's stupid, really. It's ridiculous, isn't it? As you rev it, the car sort of wobbles a little bit. There's a little Ford Fiesta just sold there. They're just pulling out of the yard. There they go. I film my videos here, literally on the corner of Binker. So if a car wants to get past there, they can. I'm not in the middle of the yard blocking everyone's way, so I'm sort of out the way, and also just on the corner there, just so cars can get in and out of the yard. So it's perfectly placed, so I don't have to keep moving the car as I'm filming it. But yeah, 143,000 miles, got this little pop-up screen on the dash, which is also quite nice. In theme, I would say, for the year of the car, because back then stuff like that didn't really exist, and although right now this does all look quite dated in here, it is still quite modern for its time. Twin armrest, which I mentioned earlier. We've got a double cup holder here, one for a big cup and another one for a small cup. Fag ashtray here with a cigarette lighter, and digital climate control up here as well. Quattro badge on the dash, which is a common feature, of course, on Audi Quattros. And what else can I say? Bose sounds and a dual CD changer in the glove box there. Love that. Even the carpets on this car, it's like they put extra effort into the quality of the carpets. They just feel really premium. So let's pull up the spec list. I'm sure I've pretty much mentioned most of the spec already, but I'm sure there's stuff that I've missed. Let's pull it up now, yeah? Right, yeah, so the screen recording is now on the go. Audi A8L, obviously L meaning long wheelbase, Quattro Auto, right? Click into that, you see it's got 5 former keepers. Current keeper since the 14th of Feb 2015, so they've had it for a long time. It was first registered in the UK in January 2005, and below that you can see that it's a 6-litre engine, yeah? HPI spec check, 3 stars, pretty good. Obviously these cars would have come very well spec'd in standard form from factory, but this car has got a few options. Brand new, this car was £75,000. It's got 6,270 quid's worth of options, and the optional equipment consists of, totaling, sorry, 81,270 quid, including VAT, and the optional list consists of electrically adjustable outer rear seats, which I just pointed out the amount of control that we've got on the outer edge of the rear seat there. Electric tilt on side sunroof, which we've got, but it's not currently usable for obvious reasons. Advanced key, I have one key, I don't know what the advanced situation is. Could be the keyless entry thing, I don't know. But that was 850 quid. The tilt on side sunroof, by the way, was £900. TV and teletext function. We've got a TV button there. Teletext, for those that don't know what teletext is, I can't even believe that existed in 2005, but it obviously did. It was basically like just an information page on your telly. I'm sure people of my age group will remember that, but for the younger lot, you don't need to remember it. It's just a load of nonsense. And in fact, it doesn't even seem like it's got it anymore, because when we done the digital switchover, a lot of these old analog functions stopped working on cars. So yeah, we don't seem to be doing much at all. Light package, interior and exterior. Not too sure what that is, but that was 350 quid. Voice control system, £325. Is there any voice control buttons on the steering wheel? There is. Hello?
No CDs available.
Oh, there you go, that's what that is. 8.5 by 19 inch 12 spoke alloy wheels, 250 quid. Love them wheels. The standard wheels ain't too unattractive, to be fair, but these wheels are definitely more attractive. Through load facility in the boot for a ski bag, £225. Bavona wood Bernstein, that's obviously the wood dash, 225 quid. Rear footrests, I didn't even notice rear footrests, but they're apparently there as well. £175, 4-spoke steering wheel, switch heat. I'm guessing the word heat means, oh, there's a button there. I'm guessing that's a heated steering wheel. That is so cool. If that is a button for a heated steering wheel, I'm impressed. I did also notice that you can electronically function the steering column as well, which is also quite cool. And then a couple of free options there. Akoya silver metallic and metallic paint. So that's obviously just the paint choice colour. It's also got this silver trim through the centre of the dash there, just below the wood trim, which I do quite like that as well. All right, so let's do the exciting part of the video now and head out on the road, see what it drives like, and do draggy times, yeah? It's all very soft to drive, like the suspension's very sort of soft and floaty. Throttle response, like, I don't know, I haven't barely driven it yet, but it does feel quite responsive considering. It doesn't have any different driving modes, I don't think. Let's press the setup button. No. But it has got a sports mode on the gearbox, so we might use that in a bit. Let's just give it a little. Gearbox is quite slow to respond, I would say that, but I suppose you've got to expect that. This car is, what is it, 16, nearly 17 years old, so it is an old car, and I suppose it was never really built for performance, but all that aside, I am still quite excited about experiencing driving this thing. I was always a big fan of the W12 Bentley Continental GT. I love them cars, love the way they drive, I love the quality and the premium feel that they offer, and that engine, the way it delivers power is just unbelievable. So to have a go in this, I know it's only an Audi A8, but in comparison it's a very I suppose it's a good value option. We didn't talk about values actually. The cheapest one of these currently advertised, now get a number in your head and have a guess yourself what you think the cheapest one of these advertised is, because I am shocked how valuable these cars are, right? The cheapest one on Auto Trader right now, I think, is about £8,000. £8,000. Like, I don't know what type of person's going to buy this car. I don't know what the use for this car will be, but whoever buys it, they've got to pay a high premium for it, because that is what the values of these cars are. Now, we're not going to be trying this car at that amount of money, but it is still worth a decent amount of money. I suppose at the minute, with the way things are going more to electric, stuff like this, because it's becoming so rare, people are more drawn to them. So sports, performance cars, things with big engines, people are definitely more excited about them. Well, people have always been excited about them, but they're even more excited about them now that we know that they're slowly becoming extinct. So let's just shift the gearbox down into sports mode. Get around this bend. It's very like, ooh, it's like a boat over the bumps. Yeah, I'll just put it in sports there, and it's not responding much quicker at all. It does feel quick though. 440 brake horsepower, to be fair, for an old car, it ain't bad at all. I know it's a big engine. Come on mate, we don't want to kill no more birds in any more videos. That was not a nice experience. Have a little feel. 4-wheel drive, revving right round to the rev range, sweet as a nut, purrs, sounds good, feels good. Let's now cut to the section of the video where we do draggy times. Now the car I kind of want to beat, I really want to beat, which I don't think it will after feeling how quick it is the Mercedes E350D that I done a video in, I think that was the previous video. Was that the previous video or the video before? That I done it in 6.14 seconds. So let's just have a go and see how quickly this does it, all right? Obviously before we do anything, we've got to stick a draggy box on the roof. Oh, that's interesting. Nothing's magnetic. Now I did notice a little plaque on the door shut. Are we safe to stop? We're safe to stop. That says Audi space frame. Now I'm guessing it's made of perhaps something lightweight, aluminium maybe, that's not magnetic, but it's going to present me with a small problem for the draggy box. We'll just put it in the smaller cup holder and hopefully it picks up a good signal. Let's go. Here it goes. 3, 2, 1. Gearbox is in sports mode. It does feel quite quick, to be fair. Pure luxury. Done. 70 miles an hour. Let's just glimpse down. 6.22 seconds. This can do that better than that. That was one run. Let's do the usual thing. Do a couple more. I'll come back to you in a sec and I'll let you know if I beat the E350D. All right. Right. So, We are done with the draggy times. You know what, the bravest thing I ever done today was coming out in this car without putting any fuel in it. Like, obviously when I started it earlier, the fuel light came on and like it's just sucked the last little bit of fuel out the tank. It is literally now below the line on the fuel gauge there, but I'm sure there'll be enough to get me back. I'm used to driving cars with no fuel now, so I'm sure it'll be fine. So the draggy times, I couldn't have really picked a better car to compete with than that E350D, because obviously the first run we done it in 6.22 seconds, I think I said we done it in, and I've done a couple more runs, I've done 4 or 5, and I eventually done a run in 6.12 seconds, so we just about beat the E350D. To be fair to the E350D, that car, like the mid-range power, obviously diesel power is really nice, it's really punchy, and that does feel like an overall sort of a more responsive car to drive, but because this car's got such long gears and it's such a big engine, the overall performance is, well, I say it's not really quicker, is it? It's marginally quicker from 20 to 70 miles an hour. So quite interesting. It does feel, I would say, massively underpowered for the size of the engine. I feel like there's a lot more to be had with it, but obviously to get more power out of it, you need to turbocharge it. So the gearbox is very, very slow. Like, all you achieve, I think, from putting it in sports mode is it drags the gears out for longer. So in a normal driving mode, it might change at 5,000 revs, but in sports mode, it'll probably change at 6,000 to 6,500 RPM. So that's all you gain from putting it in sports mode. And the gear changes, like I say, they are really sort of they're just slow, which probably makes it reliable, but for a draggy time point of view, it's not very good. But this car ain't made for that. It's made for luxury. It's made to carry passengers in peace and comfort, and even me as a driver, I am chilling here and I'm enjoying it. And this car is exactly what I hoped it would be. It's a big, fat, German, luxurious petrol guzzler with a big engine under the bonnet, and it does perform quite well overall as well. So yeah, that is my experience in a W12 Audi A8 long wheelbase quattro. I was excited about getting this car. Like, when we got offered it as a bit of stock, I was like, yeah, we need to buy that car. Most traders will be like, there's no way am I buying that car, but I'll take a punt on anything, and I am excited. I always come back to the reason why I'm in the car trade is because I am a bloody massive petrol head. I love this type of thing, and yeah, it's good to experience as much as possible throughout the car industry. So yeah, it's another little, I wouldn't say it's a bucket list car, but when I got offered it, I thought, yeah, I want that thing in my life as soon as possible. Desirability wise, or demand, I don't know how long this thing will take to sell. Like I said earlier, it's probably not got much demand at all, but for me, I can easily say I had one. All right, so, and we did also get a video done on it for YouTube as well, for you lot. All right, so yeah, I'm gonna wrap it up and leave it as that. Thank you very much for watching. As ever, I'm going to ask you to hit the like button. If you did like this video, just smash it, please. Does me a massive favour. It's not difficult. It's for free. Just give me one of them likes for free, please, guys. And if you are new to my channel, hit subscribe for a new video every Wednesday and Sunday at 6 o'clock without fail. And if you're on Instagram as well, give me a follow on Instagram at Calvin's Car Diary. And I'll see you in my next video. All right, bye. In the next episode of Diary of a Car Trader. I think I'm in focus tonight. Yo, right, so guys, I don't actually have anything filmed for Wednesday at 6 o'clock yet. I might get something filmed. Basically, I've just been ill, man. I don't know what bloody hell's going on with me at the minute. But I got ill, then I kind of got a little bit better, then I got ill again. It's just bloody man flu. It ain't nothing serious, but you know me, I am hashtag on it all the time, and I want to be on it. Like, this is winding me up being ill, because I want to do stuff, and I just, yeah, my body's just saying no. So frustrating the hell out of me, not because I'm ill, I can deal with being ill, but I just can't. Yeah, I'm frustrated because I want to do stuff, man. I want to get on it, but yeah. So there is currently nothing filmed for Wednesday. I might get something filmed between now and Wednesday. If I don't, I am very sorry. Like, I'm not just letting you lot down, I'm letting myself down as well. But I will get something up next Sunday. All right. So just I don't even want to break. I don't even know what bloody hell to say to you. I don't want to break. I don't want no sympathy. I just want to get better and get on it. All right. So yeah. Might see you Wednesday. If not, I'll see you on Sunday at 6 o'clock. All right. Bye.